Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially made it to the final string of readings for final series of readings for Hunter x Hunter. We only have volumes 30 all the way to, I believe, 38, if I'm looking at this list correctly. Yeah, it goes all the way up to 38, and then the next 10 chapters after that is 39. So, yeah, after this one, we only have 9 more readings before I can say I caught up to Hunter x Hunter completely. But we've entered into the 30s, and after that, yeah, it's just going to be the final set of chapters. Then I can say I caught up to Hunter x Hunter completely. But let's go ahead and get started with this, everybody. Yo, peoples, Kyushu92 here. Welcome back to Hunter x Hunter. In the last chapter, we had the regeneration of Meruem. We had Gon versus Pito, but saying versus would insinuate that Pito ever had a chance of beating Gon. Gon put every bit of his strength and every bit of Nen, even potentially sacrificing much of his life, in order to achieve a level of power that made it so that Pito, literally a royal guard, literally one of the 4 most powerful chimeras, with the king being at the top, was essentially bodied effortlessly by Gon in this state, being left nothing more than a bloody pulp, as Gon was just punching and beating Pito over and over and over again. Welcome back, Andrew. I hope life has been treating you well. Sorry, I didn't see you off to the side because YouTube wouldn't let me hit live chat, and so I had to exit out and come back in again. But we are going through chapters 311 all the way to 320, I believe. And that is all of volume 30. Let's begin with chapter 311, Deadline. And we are back at the palace, and we're underground with Komugi. Because remember, Pouf is doing his absolute best to hide any presence of Komugi in order for Meruem to have no memory of Komugi and to proceed as the king of ants, and not really so much as a king that shares feelings with humans. So Pouf and Yuppie dead. Yuppie's dead, but Pouf is doing everything in his power to keep the king away, to keep Meruem from realizing that Komugi was an important figure, an important person in his life. So Komugi is being held underground, being tended to, and now we're back with Palm and Ikalgo, because I believe they're taking care of Komugi at this moment. And I can't tell if this is Palm. I think this is Palm.
Killua thinks this girl is somehow important to the king, but the royal guard seem divided on the issue.
And Komugi is asleep.
As we know, Pito tried to save her life, but Pouf tried to kill her. That means she's a double-edged sword.
And then Ikago chimes in with,
No, I don't believe it!
Oh yeah?
It's not possible for the guard's command to break down like that.
Oh wait, I was reading that wrong.
No, I don't believe it! It's not possible for the guard's command to break down like that!
Oh yeah? Then how do you explain you and me? How is it possible that we soldier ants sided with the humans?
Mixing human DNA has caused a lot of impossible things, so...
Oh wait.
Mixing human DNA has caused a lot of impossible things to happen to chimeras, so how can you be sure? Look, all I'm saying is, the guards can be loyal to the king and still disagree with each other, right? Some of them think they can aid the king by protecting this girl, and some think they can do it by killing her.
Fine. I can accept that. But why do you think we're safe now?
It's been about 20 minutes since the king's first den, and we haven't been caught or killed yet.
I don't get it. What's that got to do with anything?
The first time, I was carrying her on my back.
Yep.
If the king had realized this, he would have come for me first. But he didn't. He didn't see what I was carrying because she was wrapped in my hair. Do you follow me?
Sure, sounds logical, but I don't see where this is going.
It means if we cover her with something, not even the king's end can find her.
You mean you're not gonna negotiate? You'll leave Knuckle and Meliorong to die?
No. Of course we'll negotiate, but we also need to buy time. To do that, we'll have to hide her where he won't find her.
Time? Like how long?
Until the king is dead.
And then the air changes around Palm. And all the Ikalgo can do is just look with beads of sweat.
What the heck is she thinking? Okay, he'll die eventually, but how are we supposed to know when? How does that help us? Explain it to me.
He will die. It won't take long. In just a few hours, the king will be dead.
And this is a very beautiful double spread panel. There's so many motifs. A fading wilting rose, the king, Meadowem, this face of a skull that's like kind of emanating from the side, Ikalgo and Palm. This is a very well drawn double spread panel. This is very well done. Then we cut to the warehouse underground, and there's just loads and loads of boxes all throughout the area.
Let's go deeper, where nobody will ever find her.
And Komugi is laid up in a bed, but she's also inside of this big crate and pretty much just closed up inside. Mind you, they're not nailing it shut, but they're just hiding her amongst all of these massive boxes that are inside this long, almost endless warehouse.
That should do it. Now we negotiate. Press his buttons without pushing him over the edge.
And Ikalgo is nervous.
Yes, I know. We're being cruel. We have to be. We're no different from the ants.
And it shows an appearance. It shows an appearance of a beetle being picked apart by a massive array of ants. And then we have a human foot coming in and squashing all of them.
In fact, we can be much worse.
And then it just shows what humans have basically done to each other. Drop bombs and trash on people. Leave kids malnourished and orphaned. The countless amounts of skulls and guns left behind because of war. People being forced into basically camps. People being executed. And people dying. And just all the bad stuff that's happening throughout the world. Mutated fish and mistreatment of the environments. And just endless graves and, crucifixions of people who are being tortured. And high-rise buildings, but beyond these buildings, kids are living in poverty and malnourished and lacking medical care, and people being beaten up in the streets, and people falling under disease and everything, while others live in lavish lifestyles, walking runways. We see jewels and people taking pictures in front of fancy cars, and people being getting interviewed, while people in the alleyways are barely able to scrape by. People going on about rebellion, and then people protesting, and all these crazy people having to run for their lives in order to survive, while we see the high and mighty live up in their high towers, eat good food, live good lives, wear clean clothes, live just completely carefree. And then it shows a bomb going off in the city. The same type of bomb that went off when Chairman Netaro said, "Don't underestimate humans," and essentially blew himself up. The rose had poison thorns. That's what made the poor man's rose so insidious. Those killed instantly in the blast zone were the lucky ones. In the survivors' bodies, the poison was absorbed, eating them away from the inside, while turning them into poisonous agents themselves, contaminating new victims. The rate at which the poison killed was exquisitely timed. to create a chain reaction of casualties. In short, it was a weapon like no other. It was expressly engineered to be the ultimate in evil. And it showcases this as it zooms into Pouf, who suddenly, for some reason, unknown to him, starts coughing up blood. I knew there was a piece of lint. What in the world? It was like a piece of lint trying to get in my nose all of a sudden. My goodness, that didn't feel good. That's the end of chapter 311, onwards to chapter 312. Gotta switch things. Chapter 312, Resolve. And Pouf is looking at the blood he's coughing up.
What's this? What is happening to me?
And then Meadowim is noticing something's going on with Pouf.
Pouf? Is anything wrong, Lord Meadowim? Or have you reconsidered? I highly recommend we evacuate.
And Meadowim's just looking.
Sire? Even if he knows his fate, he will never speak it aloud. Never mind. I merely need to capture the remaining trespassers. I am suddenly intrigued by your secret. Surely you won't renege on your promise. Surely you won't renege on your promise to tell me everything.
I fell short of saying that fully there. Sorry about that.
I am suddenly intrigued by your secret. Surely you won't renege on your promise to tell me everything.
Pouf is quiet and then goes,
I will keep my promise, even if it means my death. Very well.
And as Meadowim stands there, he flashes his N again.
N? Already?
And the entire palace gets enveloped in it.
I can see it all. Everything that's changed. Footprints that weren't there before. Yuppie's corpse. An abandoned truck. An open door. Someone new who reacts to my N.
And it shows Welfin, who's making his way past all these people, and Meadowim just suddenly appears in front of him. Hey, Kishu, sorry for joining a little late. I will read along now. Don't ever apologize for showing up late. I may clown some people, my mods and everything, but don't ever feel like you need to apologize regardless of when you show up. You're fine. I'm just glad you're here, and I hope your day has been good so far. But Meadowim disappears and appears right in front of Welfin. We're on chapter 312 right now.
What the? Are you the one who killed Yuppie?
And then Welfin starts getting nervous.
Heaven forbid! What makes you think I'd kill him? We were talking when he suddenly coughed up blood. Then he died. I swear it's the truth. It's technically the truth. I did shoot him. But he died before he could answer my questions. And before my centipedes hatched. He must have been attacked somehow before he even saw me. That's why I'm here. To see if his killer is hiding in the crowd.
And Pouf overhead, floats down to where Meadowim is.
Pouf, he's trouble. He has the ability to see through people. Welfin could blurt out anything. Binding him to secrecy isn't good enough. I must get rid of him. Label him a traitor and kill him on the spot, or at least send him away. Lord Meadowim, I know what you wish to say. I can now read the emotions of those I've felt with my N, including his extraordinary hostility towards me.
Yo, Ravi, good to see you.
I can now read the emotions of those I've felt with my N, including his extraordinary hostility towards me.
And he can see the fluctuations in his mana behind Welfin.
What the?
By focusing my eyes, I can see the hearts of those exposed to my end.
Not just Yuppie's wings or cannon, but my spiritual message as well. They've been refined into superior abilities. Sire! The king is invincible. He is peerless. And why? Why do I feel this way? Why am I stricken with overwhelming anxiety?
The fear is stronger now, but you cannot hide the waves of malice surging towards me. I admit I am a little curious about the root of this hatred. Tell me the whole truth. Mind you, while Yuppie is going on saying, like, why do I feel this overwhelming anxiety? He's still bleeding. Bleeding even more now. Bleeding from his mouth and now from his nose. Even further. And mind you, the panel where we were being told about Yuppie, yeah, coughing up blood as well. I admit I am a little curious about the root of this hatred. Tell me the whole truth. And then Welfin gets really, really nervous.
I can't waste any time.
All the facts. Lord Meadowham! And then Yuppie, no, Pouf, I keep getting them confused. Pouf kneels right next to Meadowham. I apologize for speaking out of order. He is deeply involved in my secret, yet he is not aware of it. And Welfin's all like,
What? What are you talking about?
Mind you, he doesn't say that. I'm just paraphrasing. If the questioning continues, it's possible some or all of my secret may be divulged.
If lies won't work, then tell the truth.
You wouldn't want to claim the spoils of victory before the match is decided, would you? If you wish to continue our match, I suggest you defer this inquiry.
I can use the truth to muddle the facts.
What's he talking about?
Oh wow, he actually said it. I thought I was being funny, but he actually says it.
What's he talking about? What secret? What do I do now? How can I escape with this monster? How can I escape this monster? His power is beyond belief. I should have just run for it. All because you've been killed over in front of me like a dead bug. I fooled myself into thinking I could take on the king too. I got carried away. I felt invincible, like a dumb little kid. How stupid! In all the chaos, I got caught up in delusions of heroism and nostalgia of a hero. I pumped myself up like I was avenging Giro, and he's not even dead! I should have run, found him, then plotted our revenge. It's the octopus! He threw off my groove!
I'm sorry, but you threw off the Emperor's groove.
He got me emotional. Some messenger I am. I gotta do something. The king knows I hate him. Lying won't help. He'll kill me before Missile Man activates. What do I have left? The message? Pouf's secret? Would any of this save me? What should I say?
And Welfin just gets more and more nervous. Like, literally have this existential crisis right there in front of everybody.
I can get in one word. The most important word of my life. The difference between life and death. This feeling.
And no, then the king, then Meadowham goes, Pouf, this secret.
This feeling. This awful dread.
And the air changes around Meadowham.
Are you insinuating that in some way it is connected to his malice? He's right.
He's truly the king.
You interrupted me and attempted to order me about with your impertinent suggestion. What do you have to say for yourself? The king's new ability enabled him to judge without even waiting for Pouf's answer. He was certain of Pouf's absolute devotion, yet his ominous deathly aura showed his intent. If the answer did not please the king, whether it were right or wrong, Pouf would have no choice but to pay with his life. Loyalty and hostility were equally meaningless.
One word to save myself. No one can stop him.
And then Pouf, I resolve to die in this moment. I will die a martyr. I have no words to say. I will die a martyr for my devotion. And then it shows the face of Welfin and then Meadowham. Nothing more, nothing less. We are in the midst of our match. His total dedication, the insanity of it, gave the king pause. And then the Meadowham is standing there and he's silent and then goes, I'm hungry. But Welfin understood at once, because the king looks and glares at him after saying, I'm hungry. Just glaring at him after he said that. And that's the end of chapter 312. Onwards to chapter 313. Oh, this is bad for Welfin. Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a manga chapter? Not a new one. Not a new one. I am currently reading through volume 30, which is just chapters 311 all the way to 320. The last chapter Hunter x Hunter got was all the way back in 2024. December 10th, I believe it was. And that was chapter 410. There's no new one. So I, as a person who's never read the manga, have been working on just catching up completely. So we're doing volume 30 today, and I do this every Thursday. We're just catching up until I get there. Chapter 313, one word. And we literally start the chapter with Meadowham eating Welfin's face. Just eating its face. Just eating his face. Oh no, this is just the feeling that Welfin's getting.
I'm going to be killed and eaten.
1 second from now. And it shows Welfin's very grief-stricken face, Pouf still kneeling.
I'm going to die. I want to live.
Realizing his own future, Welfin's features aged as if 100 years had passed. In his mind, his entire past flashed by in a jumble, then burst and blended with the present.
One word. My first and last.
Between his attachment to life and the sight of unavoidable death, his brain cells worked feverishly as they never had before, and selected a word that, under normal conditions, never would have occurred to him.
One word. The message. One word. Pouf and Pito. Pouf's secret. I won't die until I'm dead. I gotta survive. One word. One word!
And Welfin, who has aged to such a... physically, the fear over Welfin is so strong, it aged him to the point where all of his hair fell out. His whole entire head that used to be, like, long and... Uh-oh. Are we good? I need to double check. Are we good? Someone let me know if we are. I saw the wheel turning. I hope everything's still good. Are we still good? It stopped all of a sudden. Like it was... Wow. Okay. So apparently me trying to double check. I think we're good. It's just that the mobile, because I'm using mobile to see chat. Yes, yes. Okay. That's all I need to know. Apparently, the mobile app is not working properly. So that wheel, that scared me. It scared me. I thought something got cut off. I don't know why it's not working now, but it's very odd. It's odd. Hold on. I'll continue in a sec. Let me just double check through everything, exit out of everything. You had one job, YouTube. That's all you had to do. All you had to do is just showcase my stuff properly. But if you say we're good, we can continue. Let me just go back to what Welfin said. Let me go back a couple of seconds. Don't worry, I'll cut this part out. I'll edit it out later, so we just move on to the next one. Okay, so what I was saying was Welfin's entire facial features, what looked to be very young, sorry about that, what looked to be very young facial features, his snout has shriveled up, his vision has blurred to a point where he's like, oh, he's literally forcibly the same way that Nove apparently aged himself just a little bit. His hair changed colors, his hair started falling out. He literally almost went insane just from being in the presence of just the royal guards. Aura, Welfin has forcibly aged himself out of sheer fear. And the word he says is,
Komugi?
and it's a double spread panel of all these different assortment of images and picture frames. Very well. Like, how do you even draw something like this? How do you draw something like this? But it's just a collage of different shots, and Welfin just manages to say the name
Komugi?
and then it's just utter shock on Pouf's face, bewilderment on the king's face, and what looks to be a Gungi piece being held by Komugi when she was playing against the king before all of this went down. And Pouf can only stare in utter amazement. I never guessed. Never. And Pouf falls to his knees, crying because he really wanted Komugi to die so that the king could go on unabated by human emotion. He cares for her so deeply. And then the king walks towards... I know his name is Meadowin, but just saying the king is just instinctual to me. Then the king walks towards Pouf. Pouf. So this is your... More than I feared. Yes, I will accept any punishment. You know without my saying it. Oh, wait. You know without my saying it. We are of one mind. I never had a chance. I do not blame you. Yes, sir. Keep looking for Pito. The two I captured may know something. Then let them go. There is nothing more I wish to ask of them. Nothing I can do but nod and I can't even speak. Nothing I can do but nod in assent. Yes, sir. An open door, footprints, the resolve I felt in my inn. They all point to one solution. Welfin.
Yes?
Komugi is in the underground warehouse with the woman and the octopus. You were sent to relay that message to me or the guards.
How did you know?
I believe you took on the task at the behest of the octopus, but I am unsure as to your reason for failing to carry it out. Is it connected to your hatred of me?
Yes.
Where did they say they would wait? Be at ease. After you tell me, you are free to go. I must thank you. Because of you, I remembered something very important. And Welfin is getting even more nervous while Pouf continues to sob even more.
They wait at Bizev's house in Area F.
And then the king walks away.
My only king is Gero! You're nothing to me! All of you! You're my enemy!
And then the king doesn't say anything and goes, "Is that so?" And then continues to walk away from Welfin. I hope you get to see him. And if possible, live a human life. And the very thing that Pouf wanted not to happen, the very thing that he tried to avoid, the very thing that is happening to the king right now, human-like understanding and human-like emotions, is literally happening right now. As Pouf just screams and cries in anguish, still bleeding, mind you. The ants. And it just ends with the ants, narration of the ants as it shows a butterfly as if it's slowly starting to dissolve. And that is the end of chapter 313. Onwards to chapter 314. Thank you for your patience, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Chapter 314, Persuasion. When the king arrived, the other two weren't there. It was a way to delay him. But the king's N could transform aura into countless photons. He had learned of this property the first 2 times he had used his N. The photons persisted in the air, emitting traces of aura and attaching to objects. This enabled him to read any data, from physical properties to emotions. The more photons attached to the object, the greater the precision, and he was improving rapidly. By scattering a trace of new photons, akin to Pouf scattering his scales, butterfly scales, finding someone showered with photons from his first N was all too easy. And it shows what appears to be like a figure inside of a house from the way this is drawn, and he enters into a house. And then it's quiet. And then he starts speaking before anyone shows up. What are your demands? It seems there is only one individual here, but I will address you in the plural.
He knows everything. Why try to fool him?
Feeling your N, I sensed. Not wrath, fear, or hatred, but duty and resolve. The battle for the fate of humanity is over. You seem unable to accept that. I will repeat as often as necessary. You have won. The battle has ended. And he's standing in front of a closet that I believe Palm, because this is Palm who's saying all this. He's standing in front of a closet that I believe Palm is inside. Okay, I caught up. I caught up to it. It was odd that it wouldn't play. What is going on with YouTube today? What is going on? You have won. The battle has ended. I will speak to you now as an individual. My reason for being here is not complex. I want to see Komugi. Nothing more. And this surprises Palm. Yes, I mean it. I desire nothing else. I felt your N, and I believe you have insight into my current condition. Even knowing what will happen, my greatest desire is still to spend the time remaining to me with Komugi by my side. Nothing else. So he knows he's dying. He knows he's dying. And then Palm steps out and confronts the king. Is this another strategy exploiting my... Oh, wait, no, this is Palm going,
Is this another strategy exploiting my psychology? Is this another strategy exploiting my psychology? No, I know it's not possible. You expect me to believe you? Just like that? The king would never lie to someone as lowly as me. The creature capable of all that slaughter? He admits defeat, even love. No way! It'll never happen! He's saying it because it's the truth.
and then the king is just standing there. It was a minor change. Something, somewhere, shifted. If I had been this way from the beginning. While I am no god, what could I do with this world? No. Perhaps only now can I see it this way. You are well aware that I have precious little time left. I wanted to ask you, instead of searching for her myself.
What are you saying? Stop. No more. Yes, I know where she is. Why don't you just torture me?
You and I both know you would never give in. Your resolve is the strongest and most beautiful that I have yet seen.
Stop it.
The only thing I can do is keep asking you with all my heart. And the king starts to move. He starts to crouch down a little.
Don't!
As the king looks like he was about to bow.
Part of me is at now. As much as I hate it, I know how much you mean to us as a species. He loves her that much. Anything but that. I'll tell you. But on one condition. May I keep an eye on you with my ability.
And she starts powering up her aura. If that allows me to see Komugi, then it must be done.
I'm sorry, Killua. I broke my promise.
And then the air rushes around, and it cuts to the air above the palace. All these people still enamored by Pouf's scales, and Pouf laying there, laying on the ground, unable to move. And then we cut to the... Sorry, it's just that the wheel was distracting me, and I wanted to make sure that everyone has said is being displayed properly. It's so weird how this thing doesn't want to work now. It's so weird. But at least you guys can hear me there just fine. But we're in the underground. And then Meruem opens up the case that Komugi is inside. And Komugi is just fast asleep. Snot bubbling and drooling from the mouth.
Leader 471.
And she's literally planning out moves in her sleep. And then Meruem just laughs. Komugi, wake up. Let's play. And that's the end of chapter 314. Onwards to chapter 315. Chapter 315, Home. And we have Blaster and Welfin. Welfin having aged himself because of the fear he felt from Meruem. Chapter 315, Home. Are you fine? Yep, I'll stay in NGL. I don't remember, Kiro, but this place feels like home. I probably just lived here, didn't work under Kiro.
Well, I won't twist your arm. It's got to be safer than other places.
Pretty much. The way I look, I'd be arrested on the spot with a country with any kind of law and order.
Oh, sorry.
The way I look, I'd be arrested on the spot in a country with any kind of law and order.
I wonder if that's her deal, too.
And it's the ant that was there with the one chimera that's capable of exercising other Nen abilities.
No, I think she's more like you guys.
What do you mean?
And then someone is calling from inside of the van.
You done yet? We're moving out!
Shut up! Hold on! For someone like me with no memory of my previous life, those like you and Hina who do remember seem a little different. Right, this was the voice I gave Blaster. Maybe it's the light in your eyes. I can just tell. I know which ones remember. She's one of you.
Oh, yeah?
Hina said she doesn't talk much, but I think it's more that she can't. I bet she's a little kid.
Well, Finn, come on!
All right already. I don't think we'll see each other again. Take care.
You too. Don't die until you're dead.
Come again?
It's what Giro used to say. My favorite phrase. Does it ring a bell?
No. So basically seize the day. But I like it.
And then Welfin and Hina drive off, while Blaster and the ant girl stay behind.
Okay. Shall we go?
And this is Hina going,
Now we search for Giro.
Oh, what a joke. You were all about Hagia just the other day.
Hagia who?
What?
What can I say? He's dead.
You gotta keep
looking forward.
and then we have Bizef who's driving them all around.
You sure the harbor's safe? With an official car and my card, sure. Even if they've already invalidated my card, we've got cash. Now, I'm banished. Nowhere to go but Media City. How far I've fallen. Suck it up. Look on the bright side. I bet Giro's heading the same way.
Maybe he's already collecting the people and resources to build his own country.
Oh wait, this is Welfin still.
Maybe he's already collecting the people and resources to build his own country. Then we can land straight back in the upper echelons, baby. I wish I could be so positive. What do you expect? I should be dead twice over, but I'm still here. I stopped the king. I have nothing left to fear. Bring it on! Yeah, now that I'm a Class A political refugee, I'd better enjoy life while I can. That's the spirit. You can still live as long as you're not dead.
And we have Bizef, Hina, and Welfin all heading out to Meteor City. Headed for Meteor City to find Giro. And then we cut to a different village. We cut to a village in the woods.
That village?
And the ant girl is standing behind a tree, but she's trembling. And she's hiding. And then Blaster walks over to her. And Hand says, holds out his claw.
Don't you worry. I'll be by your side.
And they start to walk out towards the village. And the citizens see them. Monsters!
They're back! Run for cover!
Can't blame them.
And the girl behind Blaster, the little girl behind there is behind him is just, scared.
It's okay. I'm here. Hey, people of NGL, give us a break. Anyone friendly and tolerant here? Like the teachings say? We mean you no harm. I've got something to ask you.
You! Who are you? Is that a costume?
No. What can I say? It's a long story. You might not believe me, but will you hear us out? We need you.
And then we cut to another building inside of this hut. And we see food prepared. And we see one person knelt in front of these, and I can't tell if this person is blind or what, but they hear a sound behind them, and we have the little ant girl standing there, and she gets nervous and she hides behind the corner. And this person stands up and goes,
Reina?
and then she speaks. Oh, she can talk. Reina speaks. The little ant girl's name is Reina. She speaks.
She speaks and goes, Huh? How did you know? Reina! Oh, Reina! How could you tell? Of course I could tell. I'm your mother, and you're my baby. I'm so glad you're home. Kurt protected me. He tried to shoo the monster away. He told me to run, but I was too scared. I'm so sorry, Mommy. It's all right. You and Kurt tried so hard. I'm sorry I wasn't there. I'm sorry I couldn't keep you safe. Welcome home, Reina.
Oh, this is such a heartfelt moment. Oh, this is so nice. And then as Reina and her mom are looking on, the rest of the villagers go, you must be hungry. Let's eat. And then everyone just carries on like normal. Then we have apparently the village elder who's speaking to Blaster.
Hey, won't you join us?
Huh? Nah, I'm fine.
Come on, you brought Reina back. Let us treat you.
I'm not that kind of guy. See ya.
And then Blaster starts walking away, going,
There, now we're even. That darn octopus, thinking he's better than me just because he let me go.
and then Reina walks up behind Blaster and grabs his claw and goes,
Thank you. Let's eat.
and then Blaster's just looking, and then Reina, she starts tearing up and she goes,
Come eat with us.
and then Blaster, he starts tearing up as well, and he's confused.
Huh? What's this? Why am I crying?
Reina and Blaster, home at last. And now we're cutting to the Hunter Association, flying in many blimps towards the palace. I don't see the citizens down there anymore, but everyone is flying in. And now we get a newscaster.
We have breaking news to report. The true reason the dictator of East Gorto assembled the entire country in one place for a rally has been revealed. Genocide! People have reported being drugged on sight. The ultimate plan seems to have been to use weapons of mass destruction, including the Rose. Jolik's body has been discovered in the rubble, increasing speculation that this was planned as a murder-suicide on a national level. The whereabouts of Bizef, second in command of East Gorto, are unknown. Informed sources caution that this could have been a military takeover. The International Security Council has discovered multiple mass grave sites. It's possible that citizens were executed as they tried to escape. The estimated death toll could run to the hundreds of thousands. The situation in NGL and the other countries in the Mytene Union... Is it Mytene? I want to say Myten? Myten? Myten. The situation in NGL and the other countries in the Myten Union is also unsettling. We've received no responses to our inquiries, including requests for confirmation of refugees. Dark rumors have long swirled around East Gorto and NGL. With this incident, further investigation seems inevitable.
And then someone turns the TV off and goes, Come, let us raise a glass. Oh no, I think this is just narration. Come, let us raise a glass. Let us drink to this creature called man. Good and evil repeat in an endless cycle. on the spiral of time, where a lifetime is far too long for peace, yet far too short for war. That is why they yearn. That is why they foster. If only they knew that all one needs in life is the sun, the soil, and poetry. An excerpt from This Creature Called Man by Masao Kikuchi in the Minmay Publishing Company. The real Jollik in his 30th year of the simple life, somewhere in the world. So the person who was called, like, the leader of the NGL, like the dictator, wasn't even the real guy. It was just a double, while the real one is living a peaceful life on a farm somewhere else in the world. That day, a video message from Netero announcing his resignation as the Hunter Association chairman. The appointment of his successor was released on the net. But it was drowned out by bigger, flashier news. Only a select few understood that it was his last will and testament. So everything about Chairman Netero got basically drowned out by all the other news that were happening. So that's the end of chapter 315. Onwards to chapter 316. How's everyone holding up? Let me know if you guys are good, because the wheel on my mobile phone for me to make sure everything is good it is still mad wonky how YouTube is not behaving properly on mobile. On mobile of all places, where many people spend so much of their time. It's so weird how it's not working properly. So let me know down in the chat if everything is good for you guys. But that was 315. Onwards to chapter 316. Chapter 316, real name. And we get Moral in the hospital.
Yeah, I'm fine. It takes a heck of a lot more to kill me.
And he's on the phone with somebody.
Yeah. The boss did his job. No, I didn't actually see it. It's a little complicated. Yeah. We're waiting on Palm.
But yeah, chapter 316, real name. And Palm is just sitting in a room by herself. Mind you, her legs and arms are covered up. Her legs and arms are covered up to hide the fact that she's been, changed. And we have Ikalgo, who's hiding his body in clothes as well, so he looks just like a very short person, rather than him being an octopus chimera. Then we get the right hand of Netero, the little bean dude.
Are you sure? Relying on one person to verify the king's death, and she was absorbed by the enemy, right?
I'm sure one of your pencil pushers would write a perfect follow-up report. You guys sit at your comfy desks in your air-conditioned rooms. It's different out here. When someone we trust says they'll handle it, they'll handle it. We're all professionals!
Well, excuse me for having a desk job.
I'm the one out in the field!
That logic won't fly with the vice chair camp. If they find out, you'll be subject to a hearing.
And then little bean dude just puts the phone down, walks over, and enters a code. And it's a disc. Yeah, it's a disc. And he plays it. And he starts tearing up, going,
Chairman, thank you for everything. Please rest in peace.
And then we get Moral talking to Colt.
Hello, Colt. It's me. The politicians have turned this into a diplomatic issue. Officially, the ants had nothing to do with it. You'll be classified as a new species of magical creature. There won't be any problems as long as you keep acting the part. How's it going over there? Huh? Something on your mind? What's the problem?
And then Colt speaks up.
Well, actually...
And we have Meliaron, and we have Nove, and we have Knuckle, and I believe we have Shoot there as well, while Nove and Knuckle are waiting outside. And the doctor comes out, and Knuckle's the first to speak up.
Doc, how's Gon doing?
He's still in critical condition. There's nothing more I can say. He needs to stay on life support. I don't recommend transporting him.
I've never seen or heard of a case like this. A 12-year-old boy transformed into that on one day. And then Nove. All right, we'll bring the specialist to him. He's a hero. He deserves that much. I'll pay for all costs. We'll rebuild half the hospital if we need to. I swear, we won't let Gon die. And then we cut to Killua, who's just sitting there, because apparently he's sitting adjacent from the room where Gon is.
In the end, you took care of it, all by yourself. I'll take on that bastard myself.
And those are the last things he said to Killua.
I know the deal. Kite saved your life. It wasn't my fight. But still, I wish you'd said, let's get him together. Let's go.
And this is what he hoped Gon would say.
Was that as a team? For the mission? Or as friends? I know I'm just sulking. It's the same every time. You keep running ahead.
And it shows like this covered up film inside this big, massive hospital room. This covered up spot. This covered up room, and it shows like this big operating table, just like this big bed, but there's hoses and everything just plugged into it.
You keep running ahead, and I clean up your mess. Same as ever. And I'll do it again. But I won't let you off the hook this time. You better make it up to me, Gon. That's why I got to make you better. I swear, I'll make you apologize!
And then we have Nove walking up to Killua. Killua, I'm putting together a medical team to help Gon. I'm going to use hide and seek to transport the equipment and staff, so I need to fly out. Do you want to come with me? And after Killua wipes his eyes, he goes,
No, I'll pass.
That's fine. It's important for someone to stay by his side and keep talking to him.
I'm going to save Gon. Go ahead and get your doctors. He'll need them until I get back.
And then Killua walks away. Killua?
I'm the one who will save Gon.
And then we cut back to Colt.
The girl?
Yeah, Reina.
No! That's wrong!
She says it's not her name.
Then what?
My name's not Reina. My name is Kite!
And then Moral's all like, what the? The kid that was born from, like, the Chimera baby that was born from the queen before she died is apparently the reincarnation, the reborn Kite. Gon! Killua! And Moral is running through the hospital. Running through the hospital, Moral screaming, Killua's getting on the phone. We're seeing Gon's operating room. And then Palm gets up, and Hikago notices, and he sees Palm crying.
It's over.
And that's the end of chapter 316. Onwards to chapter 317. Okay. I'm pressing, this is the reason why I gotta move some of my icons on my taskbar here. I'm pressing stuff that I shouldn't be pressing at all. Chapter 317. Answer. And we're back underground in the apartment, in the living quarters. And Komugi is, putting pieces on the gungi board, humming to herself.
Well, feels like it's been forever, huh? Playing in your dreams just ain't the same as playing for real.
Yes.
It felt like I got kicked in me gut. When I woke up, I was kidnapped. But I guess you saved me, sir.
Not me. It was my men.
It was? I had no idea.
They were too good for me. And it shows Yuppie, Pito, and Pouf.
Then I ought to thank him.
I shall let them know. I will see them soon. And then Komugi is just like fidgeting because she's been waiting to play for a while. I know you. Let us play.
Yes, sir.
You once asked for my name.
Yes, sir.
My name is Meadowim.
Lord Meadowim. My name is Komugi. Pleased to meet you.
Yes, I know already. But no. I knew nothing. I had no idea what was truly important.
Lord Meadowim?
Drop the Lord.
Huh?
Do not make me ask again.
God forbid! I could never act so familiar with your leader.
Very well. If I win, you will stop calling me Lord.
Alright, then can you wait and let me die after that?
Oh. Right. You will not die. I am not the same as I was before. You should prepare for innumerable losses.
Yes, sir.
And what do you want if you win?
Another game, sir.
A foolish question. Let us begin. King 151.
King 991.
Could this be? Soldier 791.
Soldier 231.
Cannon 272.
Fort 712.
This is Kokoriko. Komugi, do you mock me?
No.
Choose your words carefully. I will not put up with the nonsense.
No. No, sir. I never kid around with Gungi.
Fine. You may die when you lose after all.
Yes.
She knows this is a failed strategy, but they only serve to delay the inevitable. I studied it, and there are several approaches, if she thinks there's an escape. New Duke 921. Show me what lies beyond. And then Komugi puts her piece up, and then puts it down.
Shinobi 462.
Ugh. She was right. Who knew? With one move, a new path opened up.
I came up with it that night.
Silence! Let me think. And then Komugi is smiling. as Meadowim is thinking. This is it. The only way. Calvary. She can't mate this. The more she tries, the more the game will turn in my favor. Yet if she lets me go on the offensive, she won't be able to deflect the cavalry and Duke. 261. A novelty buster. What say you? Novelty buster. A new move that immediately crushes a new tactic. And while he's looking at Komugi, we see that Komugi is suddenly crying all of a sudden. Now what? Why do you cry?
Do I deserve to be so happy?
And the king is taken aback by this. YouTube, you need to fix your stuff. Every bit of your stuff. This is ridiculous. Where I can't even see people in chat just in case people are talking to me. That gets on my nerves. That gets on my last nerve. Let me put all. Okay. Okay, that's better.
I'm good at one thing and nothing else. So many wonderful things. I don't deserve them.
I must tell you something. I
have been struck with poison. I do not have long to live.
Lord Meruem,
Komugi, I wanted to spend my remaining time playing with you.
And she's still flabbergasted by this.
But this poison is contagious. If you stay by my side too long, you will also.
And then we just get a clack sound as she puts up her next piece for Gungi.
A novelty buster. Buster?
Lord Meruem, I am so happy right now. Though I may not be worthy, allow me to go with you.
I see now. Now I know why I was born. I was meant to be here on this day. This is why I was born. For this moment.
As it shows Komugi's face. She's resolved herself to being poisoned right here. If it means she gets to be happy and play Gungi with Meruem. And that's the end of chapter 317. Onwards to chapter 319. 318. How did I skip over 318 and go to 319? I'm sorry. But chapter 318. Final Will.
Soldier 441.
Cavalry 651.
New Shinobi 272.
Then there's silence.
Komugi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
Oh no, it's just panels of blackness and just words being spoken. I actually dreaded this chapter because I felt some type of way when I saw the anime episode when it happened. I dreaded it so much. It was like, why are you gonna hit me in my feels like this? And now I gotta read through this chapter.
Duke 451.
That's mate.
Komugi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Time for another game. Loser starts first. Komugi,
Yes? What is it?
I could never beat you. Even once.
Don't be silly. We're just getting started.
Perhaps. King 151.
King 951.
Komugi, are you there?
Yes, of course. It's your turn, Lord Meruem.
I feel rather tired. I shall sleep just a short while. Will you keep holding my hand?
Then there's silence.
Komugi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. All right. Like this?
I will wake up before long. Will you stay with me until then?
We will never be apart. We'll always be together.
Komugi,
Yes? What is it?
thank you.
You're very welcome.
Will you
Yes?
say my name one last time?
Then there's a whole panel of just silence.
Good night, Meruem.
the panel we get is just a double spread panel of Meadowim and Komugi. Just sitting there. After basically... Oh, wait. No, Meadowim apparently dies in Komugi's arms. And she, even though she's blind, she goes,
You won't be alone. I'll join you soon.
and then it just cuts to the wind whipping across the entire region of where the palace is. Pretty much signifying that Komugi and Meadowim have died. I had a hard this messed me up when I saw the episode. I'm like, nah. And here it's just bringing all of those memories back. A total of 478,594 citizens died in the selection process, along with 12,905 soldiers. Another 46,613 fell ill and died within 24 hours of waking from Pouf's hypnosis. The Escorto Republic and Neo Green Life fell under the provisional rule of the International Security Agency, effectively dismantling both countries. The 5 million survivors became refugees. The other 3 countries of the Maiden Union accepted them under the condition that the former Escorto's assets be equally distributed and that they have joint control over the territory. Meanwhile, the agency proposed that NGL be forever designated as a nature reserve so the uninhabited land would not cause further conflict. This was approved in the International Assembly. The reserve was placed under the jurisdiction of the Hunter Association. Man! And then we get Netaro's message, apparently.
Ahem. This is Netero. I'm resigning as chairman, so take care. The next chairman will be decided by election. It must be a vote by all hunters. If you don't reach a 95% quorum, throw out the results and call for a revote. The other details, like the date and the method, can be determined by the zodiacs. Difficulty level is D, I say. Welp, so long.
And that is the end of Netaro's message, and we apparently get the Zodiacs walking up to the Hunter Association building. And that is the end. Ooh, we're almost done. That is the end of chapter 318. Onwards to chapter 319. Chapter 319, Lottery. The Hunter Zodiacs, 12 top hunters handpicked by the chairman. Besides managing the association during emergencies, they must make themselves available for sparring in his free time. Each is given a code name from the Zodiac. Most out of loyalty to the chairman, legally change their names and even alter their appearances to match the theme, though there are exceptions. But yeah, 319 Lottery. And we're at the Hunter Association building. And we have all of the Zodiacs essentially sitting in one room. Then we have Storm. I thought all the Zodiacs were called up. Where's Rat? Ox.
The vice chairman's always busy, even like now.
Peon. Rabbit.
He's running around gathering votes, especially now.
Geru. Snake. Oh, Chairman! Ginta. Sheep.
Ginta, shut up! You're sweating and you stink!
Cluck. Chicken. Even the perpetual Truan Keen is here. The rat is a scumbag. Sayu. Monkey. Even got a death wish, monkey? Go ahead and try it, idiot. Geen. Boar. An exception.
I don't understand. Why didn't the chairman call on us? Why Moral and Nov?
Botobai, dragon.
I'm with you. We're stronger for all intensive purposes.
Kanzai, tiger.
He wanted to hunt in person. Dragon.
And this is she's addressing dragon here.
Don't you mean intents and purposes?
And this is towards tiger. Cheetle, dog. The chairman told us to decide together. Let's wait. Sacho, horse. And lastly, hey, sorry to keep you waiting. Please accept my apologies. Protestant, rat, another exception like Geen. Huge snafu with these Gorteau, you know. I'm wiped out. Just sit down. Oh, pardon me. And then Rat sits down amongst all the Zodiacs. Now then, I'd like to start this meeting regarding the next chairman elections.
Hold on. What makes you think you're in charge?
Huh? Is there a problem? I think there may have been a small mix-up with the names and dialogue. Just wanted to mention. No worries, though. See, when I went through it... Which ones, though? Because when Cheetle was speaking to an individual, when she says he wanted to hunt in person, she's talking to Dragon, responding to what he said. And then, don't you mean intents and purposes? She's talking to Tiger. It has, like, little arrow lines that are pointing towards them. So, but I don't know. Maybe the way this is rearranged is kind of wrong. But we have Mizai Strom, who's ox, Pion, who's rabbit, Geru, who's snake, Ginta, who's sheep, Cluck, who's chicken, Sayu, who's monkey, Geen, freaks, who's boar. We have Botobai, who's dragon, Kanzai, who's tiger, Cheetle, who's dog, and Sacho, who's horse, and then what is his name? Protestant, who's rat. So maybe there was something wrong put up with this particular chapter when it was up on Viz. My apologies if there were any changes that I didn't know about. But back to what Rat was saying. I'm just going to refer to them by their zodiac names rather than their actual names because it'll just confuse me later on. Now then, I'd like to start this meeting regarding the next chairman elections. Then Tiger speaks up.
Hold on. What makes you think you're in charge?
Huh? Is there a problem?
Oh, please. You can't even show up on time.
And this is Rabbit.
Parston, you're annoying. Creepy, go away!
No, I think that might have been Cluck who said that.
Parston, you're annoying. Creepy. Go away.
Well, I thought it might be a little forward of me, but come on, I'm the vice chairman after all. You have to admit, I do outrank you a bit. And I'm quite the mediator. Don't you want to get this over with quickly? That's all I was thinking. If we go by seniority, why, it's Botobai. It's all right, no worries. I'm just going by how these chapters appear. And I'm making sure I'm saying it by the person who's saying it. So if I make any mistakes, please forgive me. If we go by seniority, why, it's Botobai. By true leadership skills, Cheetle. They're indeed more qualified than I. Would either of you like to step up to the plate?
I'll pass. I get derailed anyway.
Also, one thing that's unique to Cheetle is that it keeps letting us know who she's speaking to directly by directing an arrow to the person she's speaking to. Like in her speech bubble has an arrow point down to the name of the person. But I haven't seen that for any other character thus far. She's the only one who let us know exactly who she's speaking to.
I'll pass.
To Rat.
I get derailed anyway.
To Rat. And then Rat is smiling.
I concur.
Then Sayu speaks up.
Go ahead and be the boss. Just admit you get off on it, creep.
Anyone opposed to me moderating? Show of hands. And then Cluck puts her hand up going,
No way, no way, no way!
For opposed. By majority approval, I'll continue. If you're dissatisfied, just raise an objection. I'll withdraw at any time. So, I have a proposal. I nominate myself as chairman. Now we can skip the election. And every single zodiac, save for Geen, gets absolutely livid. Like the air changes towards Rat because he says this. Geen is the only one who hasn't moved. Do you want to die, punk? Scary. Calm down. Isn't this an election a waste of time and money? The results are obvious. Then Snake juts out her arm, which basically becomes serpentine, and ends in a snake directly in front of Rat's face.
None of us here would vote for you.
11 votes. All of you together comprise a measly 11 votes. Do you know how many hunters there are in the association? Former Chairman Netero was too powerful. He never understood the weaker hunters. The same goes for all of you. Whereas I empathize with the plight of our lessers. That's the kind of chairman I promise to be. Then Rabbit speaks up.
The weaker hunters are like slaves to your temp agency. Been lining your pockets, Prince of Kickbacks.
That was all a misunderstanding. The money was just resting in my account. Sure it was, buddy. It was a reserve fund to strengthen the association. 18. You know what that number means. In the 3 years since you've been vice chairman, that's how many hunters have gone missing. Because we risk our lives, we keep track of our comrades out in the field. 18 hunters gone MIA are a lot. The annual average before you took office was 0.6 hunters, including Geen every couple of years. Now it's 10 times that. Got anything to say? It's an unfortunate number. It pains me. But once I'm chairman, I'm sure it'll go down. And Ox just gets bothered by him. And then Geen speaks up. I nominate myself. I'll follow the old man's wishes. And then everyone, including Rat, just looks at Geen and they're like, we don't want to vote for you either. Geen, I hear your son is having a rough time. Sounds like it. Would you like me to pay him a visit and see how he's doing? Go ahead. I'm sure he'd appreciate it. He won't even know. I hear he's in a coma. Maybe I shouldn't go. He could be dead by the time I got there. Nah, go. Gon isn't gonna die. And here's the thing, this is the first time we see Geen break physical character. Because he's been serious this whole time, but he looks at Rat and just smiles. I'm like, I wish you would go over there and try and see my son. He gonna be alive by the time you get there. And Rat just glares at him. Then we have Rat continuing. May I say something? We should reconsider this self-nomination concept. You started it! How does it work? What is it? Some of these words are small, I gotta zoom in.
Your twisted mind! How does it work?
I was merely trying to avoid a waste of time and capital. If we have no choice but to follow procedure, we should decide on the process first.
Here we go.
Once we let him run things, it always gets complicated.
How about drawing lots, everyone?
And this is Cheetle. This is Dog.
Huh? Decide the chief executive with a raffle? Are you as dumb as the rest of the team?
We pass out 12 slips of paper.
And mind you, she's saying this to everyone but Monkey.
We'll each write down the voting method we consider the best, keeping in mind the chairman's requirements of everyone's votes and 95% quorum.
And this is still her referring to everyone and speaking to everyone except for Monkey.
Then we have a third party draw a slip at random.
Still referring to everyone but Monkey. Then Botobai. Then Dragon. A third party.
Beans, most likely.
And that's Snake.
We each get a fair chance. 1 in 12. No hard feelings.
This is the first time her speech bubble doesn't directly address anybody. Okay. Then Tiger.
Fair.
If the rest of us form a block against Pariston and preferably Geen, we've got a 5 out of 6 chance. Not bad. And that's Sacho, Horse. And this is Dog thinking inwardly to herself.
Non-anonymous voting will definitely favor Pyriston. He can twist too many arms. But if we make it anonymous and nominate multiple candidates, his debtors will be able to betray him with little fear of reprisal.
Fine, I won't lose. But let's write our names so we can see whose idea is chosen. And Tiger's going,
How do you spell?
and everyone's putting their names in. Right. I forgot the person that is speaking. I completely forgot the person that has been there with Chairman Netero. His name was Beans. When Snake said Beans, I thought she was saying like, oh, rats, oh, Beans. But no, that's the dude's name. I forgot his name was Beans. Please forgive me. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. So, Beans, there are 12 slips of paper. Oh, wait, this is still Dog.
So, Beans, there are 12 slips of paper. Please draw one. That's how we'll choose the rules for the election. Me? That's a lot of responsibility.
Oh boy.
Okay, here I go.
And he pulls a paper out and goes,
The slip chosen? These are the top hunters. Is Geens. Rule number 1. All hunters are both nominated and eligible to vote.
and that's the end of chapter 319. Onwards to 320. Wow, it still amazes me that we have completely moved on from the Chimera arc and we're into the next arc now. I completely forgot about that. But that's the end of chapter 319. Onwards to the final chapter for today's reading. And then I'll take a break. And then later on, we play the brand newest bounty pack for Borderlands 4. Because we got Pearl Lesson weapons back! But chapter 320, voting. And everyone is getting beside themselves because of Geen.
Geens rules.
He's annoying in a completely different way from Pariston.
And then Beans continues.
Rule number 2. If the winner of the first vote doesn't get a majority, there will be a revote with the top 16 nominees, culling the pool by half with each revote. Rule number 3. If voter turnout is less than 95%, only that vote is repeated. Rule number 4. Voters must write their names down. Anonymous votes will be invalid.
What are you thinking?
And this is Tiger.
Public
Public votes? Are you an idiot? A total idiot?
And this is both Tiger and Chicken. Tiger and Chicken going up against him. Are you idiots? It's gotta be more interesting to see who voted for whom.
Cripes. He only ever thinks about how fun it is for himself.
And then Beans. So the reason why he did this is because it would be more entertaining if we all find out who did who, regardless of what it means for everyone involved. It's all like, I think it'll be fun because I want to see how this goes, regardless of the consequences. This is Geen. This is Goat's dad. Okay, back to Beans.
Rule number 5.
There's more?
The chief executive of the election task force will be Geen Freaks.
Of course.
Why didn't I think of that? I was only worried about the rules.
That's his true objective. Now he can manipulate the election all he wants.
And then Rat speaks up. May I? We were drawing lots for the voting processes. Setting aside rules 1 through 4, the executive should be decided separately. Fine, just 1 through 4.
Really?
And then everyone's just looking at Geen like, really? But Beans is getting nervous about it, everyone. 2 days later. And Beans is talking to Geen.
Geen, you're so early. I didn't think you'd come at all.
Yeah, I saw the video. Oh no, 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. This is Geen coming in to the association first before everyone else.
Geen, here so early? I didn't think you'd come at all.
Yeah, I saw the video. I was in the area.
That can't be true. Thank you.
Say, that memo pad. Can you put it in the meeting room, like by the phone or something?
Huh?
Oh, there should be one in...
Oh, there should be one in there already.
Okay, that's fine then. And the same trash can.
Yes. Why do you ask?
4, no, 8.
Huh?
Read this.
Voting rules, huh? What is this?
The rest of the Zodiacs will be here in a few days. It'll probably come down to drawing lots.
How do you know?
That's scary how this dude anticipated this days before the Zodiacs even showed up to the building, exactly what they were going to do. If we try to vote or talk it out, we'll get nowhere. After all, Pariston will be there. From Pariston's perspective, even if his odds are 1 in 12, any advantage is good enough. The election's his to lose, right? And the others will think they can join forces and vote in their favor. So it'll be settled by lottery. Now who will propose it? Favorite, Cheadle. Second place, Sacho. Dark horse, Peon. Long shot, Kanzai.
And you think I'll have to draw?
This place is full of part-timers and Pariston's lackeys. There's nobody else available. If those rules sound good to you, fold that paper 3 times and hold on to it until they call you in. If things don't go the way I think they will, I'll be looking at the floor. In that case, burn it. Wow! So it's not even a matter of Beans even pulling out a piece of paper and choosing Geen's. He had Geen's piece the whole time because Geen anticipated this. Geen scares me. His level of preparation scares me.
I will gladly do it if it means you'll be chairman.
Nah, sorry, I ain't doing that. I'm not planning to change the election. I'm just following the old man's wishes. Being chairman would be a huge drag.
What about rule number 5?
That's my compromise.
Huh?
When you read it, they'll raise a stink. Then I'll take number 5 back. They'll happily swallow the first 4. It's an old trick of thugs and frauds. It doesn't mean much to me. In fact, if 5 does go through, I'll step down.
If you don't plan to affect the results, why are you doing this?
What a weird thing to ask. When the quarry moves exactly as planned, well, that's the moment all hunters live for, isn't it? I want a little fun while I'm at it. That's all. And then, this man Geen scares me. Then we cut to another individual, a woman in like feathery garb, just directing birds all over the place. The Zodiacs as a group became the election task force. The ballots were sent to all hunters by Cluck. Oh, that's Cluck. Oh, she looks way more beautiful when she's not screaming her head off. 13th Chairman General Election. Number of hunters, 661. Number of nominees, same. Bring your ballot with you and drop it into the ballot box while at least 3 election task force members are present. Be sure to sign and print your name on your ballot. The venue, the Hunter Association Headquarters Building, first floor lobby. Off-site voting is allowed as long as at least 3 election task force members are present. Election Day, August 8th, noon to 11:59 p.m. Headquarters time. Strict punctuality is expected. Off-site voting will take place simultaneously regardless of time zone. August 8th, noon, and people are lining up. Voting begins. And people start voting. Hey! What is his name? Oh, I forgot his name. They were the proctors. They were the proctors, including the dude that has the mustache, but we can't see his actual mouth. Everyone from the first first Hunter exam, we're seeing all of them. And we're also seeing some people that were affiliated with Kurapika. And because I see Melody, and I also see Biscuit. And we see someone stepping in, and it's Hisoka!
Can I vote?
You came?
You came?
8.5.
I thought mass murderers weren't interested in worldly affairs.
Nope, not interested.
And Hisoka just casually drops his vote in.
Then why are you here?
Is Gin here? 9.0.
He's looking at different members of the Zodiac crew, and he's rating them. Tiger, he gives an 8.5. Sheep, he gives a 9.0.
Is Gin here? I wanted to talk to him.
He's gone. He said he'll be back for the revote. So you can, keep that paper and leave.
Oh, 7.7.
And he's looking at Rabbit, rating her a 7.7. Then we get other people who are voting. But Hisoka is sticking around. And then we get Tiger.
Go away! You're done here!
And then Sheep is thinking,
I bet he's taking stock.
because Hisoka is looking at everyone and rating them.
1.0, 2.0, 4.5, 1.0, 0.2, 5.0, 3.0. Not much to write home about, even among the pro hunters. I guess I should go after the Zodiacs next.
But then something draws his attention.
9.5.
And it's Illumi in his crack-a-lackin' appearance.
Nothing else to do?
Oh, Illumi. Hello. Same as you.
You never watch the news, do you? We're voting because Chairman Netero died, fighting a non-native species of ant. The association was given a big backyard as a reward.
Ants? I knew it.
A lot of stuff happened while you were playing tag with Crollo. If things had been different, you might have gotten the chance to fight the ants or the chairman.
What a shame. Would you be my manager, Illumi?
Gon and Killua were there too.
You're in the way!
Because Illumi's just standing in the way of everyone trying to vote.
Gon is near death. Killua is going to talk to Dad.
What?
At this rate, they'll both die.
Both?
I'd prefer to avoid that.
Illumi, you better explain.
In our family, we have another brother. I want to get rid of him.
And that is not only the end of this chapter, but the end of this volume. But we do have the 13th Chairman General Election results. So, at top, we have, at the top, we have Paristid with 249 votes. Pretty much 37.6% of the votes. Sheetal with 42. Ikchamp with 26. Ikchamp with 26. Botobai with 17. Mizaistom with 17, Sacho with 14, Ginta with 13, Moral with 12, Pion with 11, Cluck with 11, Cutie with 10, Sanbika with 10, Teradian with 9, Bushidora with 8, Gin with 7, Linne, Sesgera, and Biscuit with 6, Nov and Lupe with 5, Kite, Geru, Kanzai, and 2 others with 4. Satotes, that's his name! Oh, I've missed Mr. Satotes. Satotes, Menchi, and 7 others with 3 votes. Hisoka, Sayu, and 9 others with 2 votes. And Gon, Hanzo, and 25 others with 1 vote. Valid votes, 580. Invalid votes, 48. Blank votes, errors, voting for Netero, voting for people not eligible, etc. Absentee, 33, including Gon, Shoot, Karapika, Killua, Shalnark, and 28 others. Majority vote getter, none. Voter turnout, 87.7%. Revote necessary due to failure to achieve requirements.
Why can't I take a look? I swear I'm just curious.
No, since I was chosen chief executive, I'll do all the vote counting. I will not disclose the ballots to anyone else.
No way! Stingy! Baldy!
Humph.
And every one of the Zodiacs, Dog, Monkey, and Cluck, are looking at Geen like, idiot. So this is the end of the chapter. I said it was the end because I saw the end at the bottom of the page, but everything, the 13th Chairman General's selection of results is still part of the chapter. Now we are at the end of chapter 320 and the end of volume 30. Time is winding up for my series of covering Hunter x Hunter, and now we're entering into parts getting closer to where the anime ended, and into parts where the rest of Hunter x Hunter is completely unknown to me. But I do want to say thank you, everybody, for tuning in to today's session of Hunter x Hunter. We've seen the end of the Chimera and Arc. The king is dead. Unfortunately, Komugi is dead as well. Pouf and Yuppie are dead, and everyone has gone their separate ways. Gon is in heavy recovery right now. He's in a coma, and Killua is thinking of a way to bring him back. Hopefully we'll see what that is in the next volume. If not, it'll probably be the one after that. But I'm looking forward to everything that has to do with this current arc right now, because that is the most recent I remember things about this series as a whole from the anime. But we're doing good. We're progressing well. If all goes well, April 30th will be the final day I read Hunter x Hunter to you guys in such a large way. And I still need to thank Ravi for turning me on to this series, because I had no idea what I was missing out on. It's so well written, it's paced very well, and I love how the action is drawn in all of these chapters. But I'm done. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Even check out the membership and the Patreon, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. And because I know you're coming back anyway. Have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples!